Greetings, family. Empress D in nature as usual. I hope everybody's well and have been inspired to get out in nature regularly themselves. And I actually hope, I really hope that everybody's as well and healing and surviving the onslaught that we've been experiencing, especially over the last 4 years as human beings on this planet. The onslaught of stress, orchestrated stress. We've had disease, right? We've got war going on, famine and death. The other two legs of the horseman. So I don't know, or the four horsemen and I don't know these stories. I just know that there's four, and those are the four. We've had pestilence, which is infection disease. We've got war. We've got those two down pat. They've been going strong since 2020. And war since I think 21 or 22. I think it was 2022, February of 22. Anyway, family. So this is what's up, right? We're in some interesting times. We are being bombarded on this planet. So that's why I'm like, I feel a heavy heart when I'm like, I hope you're well, because I know the chances are, if you're not like deliberately doing things in your life every day to be well, chances are you're not, right? They've really laid it on thick right now in terms of stressors. Anyway, family, what I wanted to talk to you today about is jealousy. Jealousy and envy. Those are those are energies and emotions that do not serve you in any way imaginable. Does not help you at all to be envious or jealous of somebody. I thankfully and gratefully, I can actually remember when I said to myself, I'm not being jealous. That's ridiculous. And it was in the context of a romantic relationship, and it was in my very early 20s when I said to myself, you know what? Any partner I'm with is going to do what they want to do whenever they want to do it. I can't control them. I can only control me. I said to myself, what I am going to do is pay attention to signs that they are not being forthright and honest and address them. That's what I said to myself in my early 20s. I said, I refuse to be jealous. And I just made that decision. And so thankfully I've had lots of years of practice, and I just don't thankfully have it. It's not to say that I see things that other people have that I desire, but it's not that I'm mad, or I'm so happy for them, and if it's something that it's interesting to me, I'm going to actually. I have to check and make sure it's not something important. Family, I'm sorry. I don't know, I lost the call. Anyway, family, the honest to God truth, I'm sorry. I gotta start this again. Do I have to start it again? No, family. I think we good. This is real, yo. This is real life. Like, I know, like, maybe I could edit, but maybe I'll try that. But if I don't, it is what it is, family. So the whole point of the matter is, when you see somebody that has something that you would love to have, view it as an inspiration. View it as proof that it can be done. You know, for me, if it's something that, if I know somebody that's walking a walk that I would love to walk, or somebody that has some information, like has some tools for me to attain what I want to attain, I'm of course going to pick their brain. I'm not going to be jealous that they've attained it, because they did whatever they had to do the work to attain it. And that's their journey, and that they've attained it. But I'm not going to be angry at them because they've attained something or feel some negative feelings towards them because they've attained something. But what I am going to do is I'm going to ask them, hey, how did you get there? Or how do you see this and that? And use that information to apply to my life. Because if they could do it, I can do it, right? That's how I see it. And so envy and jealousy does not serve us. And it's such a wasted emotion. And if I, in my 20s, could decide, you know what, Lord, the tear is going to tip over. See, it's real, family. If I, in my early 20s, can decide to say, I'm not going to be jealous, then everybody can, right? It's such a, we live in an abundant universe. There's enough for everybody. There's enough for everybody. And so why envy somebody for having something when you could have it too if that's what you desire? It just doesn't make sense to me. The possibilities are infinite. Sometimes it's difficult to, I'm spilled my drink a little bit. Forgive me for licking my, on my. Anyway, family, I told you this is real. Let me give you an example of, but sometimes, so jealousy is hard to notice sometimes, right? It comes in subtle hints, and when you share news with somebody, like for example, if you say, I just started writing my book, I'm so excited about it, and the person that you're sharing that information with replies to you, oh, that's, yeah, I would have wrote my book already, but I just didn't. And that's their reply. It's kind of not, that's jealous. Because if somebody's sharing some positive information about themselves and the person that they're sharing its reply is something about themselves, you have to even wonder if the person even received the information you shared with them. Well, I guess they did, because their response is to compare themselves to you, right? And comparison is the thief of joy. That's a quote, and I remembered it. It is. I can't take credit for it. But comparison is the thief of joy. Like, we are all unique in our own way and have our own very own paths. So there's no need to be envious or compare yourself to anybody. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is yourself. Is yourself yesterday. I compare myself to my yesterday self every day. And that's who we're supposed to compare ourselves to, is ourselves. Yes, so jealousy, not serving at all. Envy is not serving to you. So why stay in that emotion? Why choose that emotion? Because as I said, in my early 20s, I even remember where I was. It's so weird, family, because it's an A&W restaurant that is there. Like, I feel like it's been there all this time. And I have to look it up, because I have to see when that A&W restaurant went there. And that's an A&W restaurant, is like a burger restaurant in Canada, for those of you who don't know. Anyway, that restaurant has been there forever, and I remember seeing that restaurant and coming to that conclusion in my mind in my early 20s. Unbelievable. I'm going to look it up to confirm my memory, family. But anyway, it's not serving to us at all. Do not compare yourself to others. Compare yourself only to yourself. Right? Yeah. So that's what's up, family. That's the message for today. And listen, I apologize for the ringing of the phone and the falling off the chair and the spilling of my drink and all of the above today. And I thank you for taking the time to listen. And I love and I value each and every one of you, family. One love.